Ta-da! It's done. And I'll give you a quick tip. Have you ever wrapped a gift before? It's pretty much the same concept. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're working on something else. The back seat headrest. Now, I don't know if you remember back in the first videos, what we've done, basically we got it out, we cleaned it, there was a stitching or a tear, can you see it? Yep. We stitched it up and we painted it, spray painted it. Now, each time I look at it, it's just like staring me in the face. I'm not really happy with it. You see the coloration and everything. If I had the money, I would have basically changed the whole thing and got it done properly. What I'm thinking, get it all out, remove this piece itself, the headrest. I've already had some leftover Alcantara thingy, and it's damn near close enough. And I've got enough fabric to basically wrap it around. Obviously, by now you've realized I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an upholstery guy, so all this is something I don't know how to do, so I'm just learning it as we go. So first step, we need to get it out and see if we can actually work on it. It's easy, just basically remove the seats forward, the back seats, just tilt them forward, and there should be some bolts, just remove them and you'll be good to go. Let me get it out and see if we can work on this one. Just different angle, just so that I can show you what I'm talking about. I needed to access this. So for me to access this, I needed to remove the clips. So you see, you've got one over here, and one over here, plus the rubber one. Once you remove them, you'll be able to slide this. As you slide it, you'll have access to this. Unscrew this, unscrew the other one over there, and this should go out. Let's get it out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about once it's all out. There you have it. It's out. But before we go that, let's change our mood. Yep, I've installed it. So today we feel explosive. Bam. All right, back to it. See, that's what I'm talking about. See how the color, see how the fabric over here is just disintegrated, and this is where we basically stitched it out. Now, in theory, it works, it holds. And either ways, the sun basically is gonna hit it. And by no way, shape or form, we're trying to fix it up in a professional way. But the concept seems to be easy. You see this? You just need to staple basically this piece of art. Now, I'm not gonna be able to do it perfectly, but hypothetically, hear me out. We've got this beautiful fabric that we've done the, what do you call it? The door trims. And it seems to be sitting well and perfect. So in theory, let me just scoop it just a bit. So I'm gonna put it like this, line it up. Voila! It looks gorgeous. Now, what do I need to get this one done? Well, I need a staple gun and staples. Because, hey, if the Japs did it this way, gotta hold. And it's been holding on for nearly 30 years, so it has to hold. Now, I'm not gonna use the same fabric and same quality and everything. Remember, I'm not an upholstery guy. All what I am is just a rookie trying to do things his own way. And if it holds, just for a couple of years, heck yeah, why not? So, flip. Gee, this is what I'm talking about. Basically, if you line it up perfectly, you can get a staple gun and just staple the crap out of it and work it out. Just basically slowly. I'm sure we can get it done. So, time to jump on the whip, go to eBay, buy me a staple gun. Voila! Yep, this is eBay special heavy duty staple gun. So this is how it looks. And in theory, we're supposed to staple whatever there's a staple over here, see? So basically we're just gonna put the fabric around and start stapling. Now you can cut first, then staple, but in my case I'd rather staple than cut the excess. Why? Because A, this is not designed for that. B, what if I stuffed up, which is highly likely I will stuff up, at least I can basically cut the excess whenever. That being said, I made sure that I line it up perfectly, and the fabric that I have, it should be enough that's basically covers up all this and to the side. So without further ado, let's unpack this one and start working on that. Can you see? Yep, I think you can. Hello, hello. So there it is. So these are the staples that it comes. It says H-U-N-T. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So look, that's the standard staple, which most likely this is the one that I'm going to use, but it comes with a different shape, which is U, and even it comes with this weird looking one, which is the T basically. So it's just like a nail that has sides. This is the Goliath. So over here you just push to release, and that basically releases the gun, and this is how you fill it. You put it back, and over here I think you adjust something, but in theory you just voila. So let's attempt. I'm gonna use this one because this is the one that I have most. Yep, this is the most common one anyways, so let's just see. Does it line up? How on earth am I supposed to put this one? Oh, okay, so this is supposed to push that. Aye, okay. So we put the gun, put the staples over there, and I guess you just push it. Yeah, all right. Give it a test. Let's give it a crack. Let's see. All right. Hypothetical. And the staple gone God knows where. But in theory, I think it is good. All right. Let's cast the first staple. Cast the first stone. Yep. Let's go with that. All right, guys. So far, we're doing all right. FYI, it helps if you work on the ground on a flat surface. I put a cotton board, as you can see, so that I can work. That way, when you staple the crap out of it, it wouldn't impact you. So there you go. Not perfect and not all places, and you can see it's just loose over here, but over here, don't worry about it because we're only doing this side at this point. Once this side is done, then we can basically pull this to line everything up. So this is what I'm thinking is the right way to do. As for the sides, I'll leave them to last. So we do this side first, then we start doing the end after we tighten everything up. Then we line the sides and staple the crap out of them. But so far it's doing good. As you can see, this is the old one and this is the new one. So I'm not causing damage to it. It's already been stapled before, so this can withstand some stapling. This tool is actually not bad. It's really good. And for the price that I paid for it, well, how much was it, like 30 bucks? I would say it's gonna be handy. Let's continue and I'll show you how it's gonna look like. Over here it's gonna be a little problematic simply because you see we've got a curvature. So we kind of need to go with the contour and how it's gonna work, but then it's fabric. So it's a stretchable material, I can work with that. I'm not gonna go overboard over here, just enough staples just to put it into shape. Cool. Okay, give you some updates. Both sides are done. Stapled here, stapled there. And yes, you may see they're not perfect, but if you can see that I stapled all the way inside. So they're gonna be hidden. And look how this side, basically it's more covered now. And this one, I think I've done a better job with this one, it's covered. So there you go. If I flip it, basically this is how it's gonna sit at the back seat. And this is not dirt. This is Alcantara. This is how the fabric basically goes. So now all what I need to do is just do this side and do that side. and I've got excess on both sides. And I wouldn't mind basically having it like some creased over here, because this is where the C-pillar will sit, so it's not going to be shown as much. But overall, dang, this is good. It's a bit hard and it's a bit of a workout, but oh well. Let's continue. Ta-da! It's done. And I'll give you a quick tip. Have you ever wrapped a gift before? It's pretty much the same concept. See? You just need to make sure that the edges are straight and all, and just tuck, roll, and get it in. And there you go. This area, it's not going to be seen anyways. And same for the other side. There you go. And this is how it sits basically. So it's going to literally sit over here, and it's going to bolt over here. So see, what are you going to see? Just perfect laid out fabric. Wow, I actually thought it's going to be harder, but tell you the truth, it's not hard at all. At all. But I'll tell you what, in my defense, this is just a one piece, straight, doesn't have that much of a crease, doesn't have much of a angles to work with. But I'm assuming the rest, pretty much the same concept. Now mind you, we stapled directly into the fabric, which means, in theory, if you pull, it's gonna rip. But this is just a headrest. You're not gonna actually apply any pressure on it. So I would say I've done a pretty good job. Time to install back into the car. Sweet. Can you see? The light is on, which means I've installed it and I'm ready to show it to you. Let's check it out. Trust me when I say it's even better than I expected. Look. And this is just, see how gorgeous, and everything basically installed exactly as it should be. Now let's just move the light just a bit, just put it over here, and there you go. This one closes up. There you go. Now the only thing that you'll notice, difference in color, but this is old and I painted it. Remember, this one I did not paint, and I'm not planning to paint it, which means I honestly don't care. Let it look that way. At least it looks clean, proper fabric. And let's just go check it out from the outside. See? Now it's a proper fabric and looks neat. See? Let me just adjust the light just a bit. There you go. I know some of you will be like, that's a waste of time, but trust me, it definitely looks nice. On a separate note, I want to show you something else that I'm planning to do, since we've already got it. Remember, we moved this piece. We moved it, we painted it, and we put it back. But check this side. You can clearly see there's a space between this metal and the glass itself. This space simply because there used to be a seal and dry rotted, so I had to chuck it away. Now, I've already installed one pod just to test it out, and it came out perfect. So this side is done. Again, this is the plastic, and look, there you go. That's the rubber, all the way down. Rubber. And where is it? Let's show it to you. Oh, by the way, yeah, we still got extra fabric. Ta-da! Now, pay attention, because what I bought, they call it T-shaped. Because if you look at it, see, this is under the sun or under the light. See how it looks? That's why they call it the T-shape. It looks technically like a capital T. And you see this is the double-sided. So this double-sided part sticks into the plastic or the metal piece that we need to put. And after that, we just peel and put. Let me show you how it works. But first, you know how to remove this one, right? In case if you don't remember, there you go. you've got screws over here. Just remove those screws and you'll be able to remove this one. So let's get this one done. I'll show you how it's gonna look whilst I'll clean my workbench. There you go. That's more like a thumbnail picture. Yeah. See? Yeah, that works. So we're gonna move them. We kept all the screws over here so that we don't lose them, because God knows we will lose them. And this is the rubber that we're gonna use, and we're gonna use it on this one. And again, this is what you're after, basically. It's on eBay, and it only cost me what, 9 or 10 bucks. That's it. Within 3 days, I got it. All right, so see this? This is where it sits. It sits like this, and it used to have a trim over here. So we're gonna install that in here, basically. And that's it. That's exactly it. But before we do that, we definitely need to clean it up, clean the area, ensure that everything is okay. So back to the bench. Welcome back. Here you go. Again, so we're gonna work with this one. Check. See the dirt? All that basically from just cleaning this one. I mean, we cleaned it and we painted in the past, right? But we did sand and we did paint the roof and such. Anywho, we got what we need. Now, normally, I don't want to go exactly the same dimension. Go a bit extra just to be safe. Okay? So, line it up. So this is how it's gonna sit. And this is where we need to install it, basically, on this side. Here's what we need to do. We'll open it and we'll just peel part of it. We're not gonna peel it all. See, just enough. Enough for us to stick this spot over here. And see, let me just show you. So this is the corner and this is it. So you just need to basically stick it. That's pretty much it, really. So again, there you go. All the way to the corner. You just need to push it and make sure that it sticks properly. There you go. And slowly you start peeling and line it up and put it. That's it. That is absolutely it. Now, mind you, it just needs to stick just temporarily, because keep in mind, I don't think this is original. So, I mean, it's definitely not original. But the screws will basically push it deeper, and that will allow that glue thing to stay here forever. Now, why we're doing this? Too many reasons, honestly. A, aesthetically, it looks better when you have this rubber here. B, it works as a barrier, so it prevents the water from getting into between the A-pillar and the actual glass. So in theory, we're doing the car a favor. That way it wouldn't rust, or it wouldn't collect water, which will lead into rust. There you go. See, I'm talking to you and I'm actually doing it, so it's definitely not that hard. Definitely not that hard. And that's it. That is pretty much it. There you go. Now the excess, we just need to cut it because we don't actually need it. So I'm just gonna line it up. There you go. And just get something and just cut it. See? I'm just gonna go all the way from here. I mean, it will help if you actually use a scissor, but this will do just fine. There you go. So this is how it's gonna sit, and look at it now. It has a proper rubber installed. So let's just put it on the car. Just put it and screw it. That's it. So back to the car. There you go. Can you see? This is the rubber. Properly installed. I just need to basically screw the rest, and that should basically put it all back into place. So you always start with the top and the bottom. I've already screwed the top and the bottom. That way the rest is basically becomes slightly easier. All what you need to do is just find the hole. That's what she said. And basically screw it there. That's it. Now, pay attention over here. As I screw it and tighten it up, see? The rubber gets adjusted into place, and that basically allows it to sit properly and not allow any movement. There you go, see? So slowly you start putting them back into place, and as you screw it and put it, basically everything line up as it should be. Let's continue and I'll show you the final one. There you go. See? All the screws basically in place and tidy, and it ain't going nowhere. And this is the rubber. This is how the rubber starts. Goes all the way down. So in case if there's a rain or something, this will deflect it and will prevent it from seeping in. Plus, it looks cleaner that way. Both sides. Now I know you barely can notice it, but I'll tell you what, once the car is done and all, whomever's gonna buy this car and look at it, they'll be able to see that devil is in the details. Everything is properly done as it should be. Man, I can't get enough of this one. Really, that was a good job. I love it. I really do love it. And again, where is the leftover? We did have like a small tiny little piece. I think I chucked it somewhere. Ah, there it is. There it is. So you see? That is it. The T-shaped one. Cheap, but trust me, it makes the car pops. So, if you like what you see, stick around for the next episode. Until then, you take care of yourself. Yalla.